to be consecrated nation, oh Fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The weapons that which emboldens the free shall always be our flag of liberty. Hail to be consecrated nation, oh Fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be our flag of liberty.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ezinne.
Greetings, reference all over the world. My name is Ezinne, and I want to
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Victory's few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Victory's few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Gadget where we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he get charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. But yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Remain resolute. Be your brother's keeper. That's the hour of the night. Bring forth new day, new grace and favor, new peace, especially hope, more closer to your land of freedom. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not be burned. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of a great hero. Heroes, Jordan commercial activity. In period of reception, when it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not be burned. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not be burned. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. This only property, one love. All hail Biafra.
Yes, once again, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra. Of course, we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Of course, Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo is standing on the deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Beku, the one that the Almighty Creator, he says, has sent to liberate our people in a time like this. Once again, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I remain George Unibe. I am from Abo Boys in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, we must proceed to acknowledge the Almighty Creator himself, Chukwu Okike Abiama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For he is our wisdom, our guide, knowledge, and understanding in matter both great and small. Without him, we are gone as a people. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya ị na-agị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dị onye dị ka gị ebu Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. By the grace of God, without wasting much of our time, we must proceed to our topic this evening. I want to bring to your knowledge once again that this series of looking into 30th of May is going to take series. I pray the Almighty Creator will help us to look critically, closely, give comprehensive report about what happened to Biafrans. The reason behind the killing. 30th of May is around the corner. And we say we want to remember our fallen heroes and heroines. And some persons say, no, why would you do that? Why will you remember them? There is no need to remember them. People have been dying. People will continue to die. What did they do? Why was so many of them cut down just like that? There are many situations and circumstances surrounding their death. And I pray that before that 30th of May, IPOB would have been able to lead you into the light, to share more light on the part of our people who have died, because it had not stopped. There are a lot of people everywhere trying to crave relevant. They want you to notice them. They want you to feel they are doing something. And they are everywhere. Majority of them are trying to advise our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what to do. You should give us mission statement. You should give us a map of Biafra. You should give us this one and this one. But do not forget, when you do what you do, this is the time we leave the door open for the enemy to show themselves. Like our leader will always say, you are showing yourself and we are watching all of you. We are taking record of all of you. Today, there are people who are working very hard and saying, if they remember the heroes and they did this one, don't you know it will affect Nigeria economy? And then Chibuike Amechi is somewhere telling you that Nigeria need about 40-something million naira to be able to upgrade the department of the company he managed. But such money was given to Miati Allah, Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, to help the Nigerian police do their work, because certainly Nigerian police don't know how to do their job. But that is not the area we are going this evening. It is simple that our people remain focused. What we do here is not about anybody. It's not about one single man, but it's about all of us. And for it to be meaningfully, for us to be able to meaningfully deploy our energy, working assiduously to achieve one game, then it must be about one person. And some people will come online, and somebody called yesterday and said, hey, George Enibe, you are seconding Nnamdi Kanu. You don't say that next time. I don't know why God shut my mouth. You would not have loved me. You don't say that. There is nobody to compare with our Supreme Leader. It remains that way. Oh, you look like Uche Mefo. You don't say that. As far as the time is concerned, there is nobody like our Supreme Leader, and certainly nobody like his deputy. It is their president that has become the inspiration that drives us in this struggle. Some things you say it because you feel, let's just say it. Please, when you call, don't greet me. Please, don't greet me. Let's remain focused to where we are going to. Greeting, it has become more than what we are doing. If we must greet anybody, it's going to be our leader and his deputy. It is going to be the people who risk everything for all of us. Let those who know how to attack, let them attack. Let them show themselves. I must appreciate Facebook. They are doing a very wonderful job. But we shall see how it ends. But Biafrans across the globe must understand one truth and embrace it. Those who have died because of Biafran, we will never forget them. We will never forget them. Forever they will live in our mind. For all eternity, their actions on this very day will be in the lives of generation. And I must say their name will last even more than the pyramids of Egypt. For we have no intention of retreating, neither are we going to surrender. I want to appreciate the enemies of Biafrans. I want to tell them to buckle up and to do more. For how are we going to have a very heroic story to tell our children how we overcome without all these enemies coming out? But we must continue. Our topic this evening is simple. The reason behind their death. We've gone through many records and articles written regarding those who were murdered by British Nigerian government. I'm talking about Biafrans. They gave different records. They tell you 20 died, 3,000 died, 1 million died, 500 died. But if Osibanjo, the vice president of the zoo called Nigeria, will go to Somalia and acknowledge and identify with them in their loss of about 150,000 people who died. And then he will come out and tell you that it's only 1 million Biafrans that died, and yet they say don't remember them. Don't you think something is wrong somewhere? Don't you think something is wrong somewhere? Is it not time we rise up and tell ourselves the truth? But you must have it at the back of your mind. If we are not available to tell the world what we have been going through, not because we are looking up to any of them to help us, but that their conscience may prick them for all eternity if they fail to do what they're supposed to do. For law and principle was meant to differentiate us from animals. For without these laws and principle, who many entity, many political body and organization across the globe claim to defend, without them we are savages. Our topic is simple: the reason behind their death. But let's start from somewhere. Let me not go too far. The capable story of the coordinated attack and massacre of Biafran people in this contraction called Nigeria. It all began in 1945. And since then till date, killing has gone unabated, with the sole aim of eliminating a people whose only crime was to be blessed by Chukwu Okike Abiama. Call the Yoruba, call the saboteurs, call British government, call the Fulanis, call the Hausas, and ask them, what is the crime of Biafrans? Since 1945, in Nigeria, Biafrans are being murdered. They are being hunted down like animals. They are being killed. What is our crime? I still can't get it. I still don't understand. What is our crime? Except for one single fact, that the Almighty Creator bless us. That is our crime. Reason for this killing so far is that Biafrans were wickedly yoked together in Nigeria by British government. Before Frederick Lugard or the terrorists invaded Africa, I don't think my father knew Hausa, neither did Hausa know my father not to talk of Fulani, not the Yorubas. Everybody was on their own. There is nothing that will make me have regard for Igbo man more than ever than to know that the single fact that these people refuse to conquer anybody. If they have conquered all of us like Fulani by now, I wonder who will be yapping. And that is what is going on today. The crime of my supreme leader and his deputies, that they are very gentle. But of course, we have to follow their direction. They didn't conquer anybody until the strangers came. They yoked us with people who everything about us and them is like day and night. But they have their reason. They have the reason why they do what they do. Frederick Lugard actually did what he did in order to continue the evil economic exploitation agenda that would at all time be in favor of the British government ruling class. You are from Africa. Find out the owner of your company, because every country in Africa is simple. A company, it could be France company, it could be American company, it could be Britain company. Find out who owns your company. Go and find out, you will discover that every policy that is made in that company called your country is meant to favor a group of people. But in the case of Biafra, in the case of Nigeria, in the case of we being yoked with the unbelievers, it is going to lead to endless profit for the ruling class of the British government. The killing of Biafrans took a dramatic swift in 1966, 1967, at the peak of it, 1970. 1966 recorded the worst pogrom in the history of Africa, which later snowballed into a full-blown war in 1967. How many Biafrans died? And now some people say, no, it was Igbo coup that made them that ignited the war. That is why they brought the war. But what about the killing in 1945? And the last time I checked, you have more Yoruba in the Igbo coup, more than the Igbo. The highest number of people who masterminded the coup, so-called coup, the coup that was actually meant to return Nigeria to its true self, was masterminded by Yoruba people. Then the second in number, those who got involved, were people from Niger Delta, followed by the people from Southeast, and then some Hausa. But you see what coup. And then a year later, Yakubu Gowon, as directed by the British government, brought war to our doorstep. The killing of the people of Biafra took a dramatic change, like I said. Many Biafrans were hunted down like animals, which later ended up in police action. They call it war. We didn't fight war. Dim Chukwu Meka Dimegu Juku had to declare the safety of the Biafran people. He acted on his people's choice of a free state and a safe haven where the people of Biafran's blood will no longer be used to keep Nigeria as one. But Yakubu Gowon said no, that cannot happen. General Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, demanded by his people, believing it will put a stop to the constant killing of Biafran people in Nigeria. And so on the 30th of May, 1967, Biafrans was bettered. However, the Nigerian government led a military siege on her through the command of Yakubu Gowon, who at that time was a junior army officer, illegally promoted to the rank of a general with the backing of the United Kingdom, USSR, the Arab world, and many other African countries, embarked on an evil mission, corn expedition in Biafra land to massacre the innocent people of Biafra. But nevertheless, like a people determined to survive against all odds, like a people whose existence on earth were threatened, like a people whose life were about to be cut short of this earth, yet determined to survive and worship their creator, like a people who have not hurt anyone, yet visited with death. These men and women and children put their life on the line for the sake of me and you. I want you to ask the world tonight. I want those of you at the sound of my voice to ask the world a question tonight, most especially the British government. Ask the Yoruba, ask the Hausas, ask the Fulanis, ask the saboteurs, what is the crime for bringing death to our doorstep? What is the crime of the generation of Biafrans between 1967 to 1970? Then it will amuse you the height of wickedness. And maybe you will begin to understand why IPOB will never stop agitating for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. When we talk about our heroes and heroines Remembrance Day, I believe it is also important that we know the reason why our people were killed. And they were willing to die. First of all, let us find out why they were killed. They were killed because they were blessed by God. No, why did they kill our people? What is the crime of those who die, who lay down their life? What is our crime? They were killed because they were blessed by God. The only crime we have committed as Biafran is, how can God bless us? Maybe the oil in Biafra land would have been in Britain. Maybe the only thing that would have been in Africa would have been only sand. Maybe African would have been better off if we were the sockaway pit for the advanced world. Because the way I see things, we are worse than that. We are worse than shithole. So when Donald Trump tells you that Nigeria is a shithole, we are worse than shithole. But here the resources from our land sustain the heaven harbors. And so the crime of our fathers who were murdered is simple. They were blessed by God. Their crime is because of this blessing, men and women envy them. Their crime is because there are greedy people around us. And because of greediness, we refuse to be greedy like them. That is the crime of our fathers. The fear of the unknown is what makes them kill our ancestors. Till tomorrow. The fear of the unknown is the reason why the Yoruba and the Hausa cannot say, Biafrans, let's call it off. Because they are afraid they will never survive another year. Why they do what they do, why they kill our people indiscriminately, is because they feel that we must be hunted down in order to intimidate us. When you talk, they bring out guns, shoot them, kill them, in order to suppress us. But our ancestors say no, that this will not happen. It is better they die. It is better they die. So their reason for dying was simple. It can't continue. They said, no, this killing must stop. It cannot continue. If we do not stop it, our children will suffer more than us. So they died to end our suffering. They died to end the killing. The reason they were willing to lay down their life was to stop Islamization of our place. The reason they choose to die was to ensure that this emasculation, total weakening of a people, is put to an end. They died to put an end to one Nigeria. Now let's analyze it. You will discover that the fact remains that everything they died for has not stopped. We are still suffering in Nigeria. We are still being killed in Nigeria. Islamization agenda is on the fastest track, as I tell you, in Biafra land. We are still being completely emasculated, economic, socially, or otherwise. And we are still part of the fake one Nigeria. And so the fact remains that everything they died for, all of them, it's still happening. We are still suffering. Our people are still being killed. We are still part of the same fake one Nigeria. But then on the 30th of May, as we remember them, let it be a moment of sober reflection on what they died for. When we are talking about 30th of May, I want you to go back and begin to ask yourself a question. Why did these people die? Now, let me tell you a story of what happened. Maybe you begin to understand where we are heading to. There is a company known as PZ. PZ, I think Yoruba have monopoly there. PZ came into Nigeria immediately after the war. Belongs to Peterson Zakonis. Go and find out the history and the story of this Peterson Zakonis. One of them suffered greatly for that money they used to build PZ. Go and find out the history of PZ. I don't know if they are still in existence. Peterson Zakonis. Their headquarters should be somewhere in Ogiju, in Ogun State. One of them paid dearly for what gave them that money. But at the end of the day, the one that is alive made sure that the brother who went and paid the price for that process through which they made that money was not disappointed. Imagine if our fathers who fought, who laid down their life to defend us will wake up today and see you as a governor still romancing one Nigeria, how would they treat you? Do you think they will be proud to call you their son? Imagine those who withstood armored car with firewood, believing that you, their children who they died to save, will carry on from where they stop. And now you are afar. You are now jihad. Yusuf Nwolo. You are now Alhaji Asare. You are now Alhaji Chika. What they fought to stop. Imagine when they arise today and see what you are doing. Do you think they will be happy for you? And then finally, to crown your atrocity against them, you say, don't remember them. If you can come out and issue a press statement and tell the world the reason why these people died, and you can justify them with facts and figure according to the law, and then I tell you, IPOB will call off this Hero Remembrance Day. But you cannot. They were murdered. That was genocide. They were killed. And we are still being killed. When will it ever stop? But somebody would say, will 30th of May stop the killing of Biafrans? Of course no. But 30th of May, remembering these heroes and heroines, have a lot of role to play in our life. And then I should know, and we should know, that if at the end of the day that Almighty Creator in his infinite wisdom decide that the ultimate sacrifice they want from us is that we might lay down our life for Biafras to restore, we will know that there will be men and women who will remember us. And then there will be more men and women who will be glad, who will oblige to lay down their life. Like I said, I am trying to create a platform for you to appreciate where we are going to. We're not talking about Asaba massacre yet. We're not talking about killing of anybody yet. But we are trying to examine. I want to appeal your mind to your reasoning. I want you to begin to reason. What did these people do? And somebody say, don't remember them. Did they say it's 3.5 million? Or the Yoruba say it's 1 million? Then, but we know it's more than that. But let's go by that. Why, on what ground? What is the moral justification that the world will open their eyes and watch 3 million Biafrans hunted down? And these same people, out of morality, will tell you that, hey, we are going to commemorate and sympathize and identify with the Rwanda genocide. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you still reasoning? Are you in line? Are you still human? Was there supposed to be any need for Geneva Convention? Are you telling me that United Nations has not lost their track? Are you telling me that somebody is not biased somewhere? But our people died. We must remember them. On 30th of May, Nigerian, you cannot do anything. We must remember our foreign hero. Brutai, roll down your armored car down to Biafra land. We have told you. We are appealing to you. Market men and women, owners of school, captains of industry, the political class in Nigeria, in Biafra land, Miati Allah, Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, DSS. We are going to remember our people. And the order is simply sit at home. There shall be no movement in Biafra land on the 30th of May. We don't want to make it look as if it's confrontational. Because if we want to make it look as if it's confrontational, we will come out, we will remember them. Of course, at this moment, you have the monopoly over killing. But I tell you, it will never be for long. I call upon you, fellow Biafrans. Begin to send message across to your family member. The program has just begun. Everyone that have died because of this name Biafra, we will look into their matter. Had they killed the Yoruba the way they killed us, you think they will be talking about one Nigeria? If they have killed the Hausa Fulani the way they've killed their people, do you think they will be talking about one Nigeria? But the fact remains that this thing, they will not run away from it, because nemesis will catch up with them. The law of karma must fully be implemented. Justice must have its course. And so while you are planning, while you are pushing, forcefully killing our people, understand that the death of our heroes will never be in vain. The reason why they die will never be forgotten. And so when you want to know why we remember them, you must understand that we are remembering them because they died thinking that our suffering will end. And now this is just the beginning. They died to stop the killing. We both know that the Fulani headsmen are even being paid to kill you. Go and ask Erufai. Our fathers and mothers, they died in order to stop Islamization. And now you see somebody going to build school somewhere in Cotonou and he's building mosque for you. They died to end this fake one Nigeria. And you are still telling me about one Nigeria. Are you telling me they died in vain? Are you telling me that Nigerian is the best thing that have ever happened to you? Are you telling me that remembering them has become a crime against humanity? But if we take the life of another 3 million people for us to remember those who have died already, and then in due time, we will give you that sacrifice you demand. The world must understand that IPOB is here for one thing and one thing alone. Not to take over Yoruba or Hausa land. We are not here to take that which belongs to another. We are here to exercise our right to self-determination. That we might be the author of our destiny. That we might be in control of our future. For if you do not rise up at this moment and fight to stop this subjugation, I tell you there will be no breed, no race known as Biafran in the nearest future. Some of you say, no, it's not possible. They can't wipe us out. Go back to your history. Go and find out who the Tarasitators are and tell me where they are today. But like the people who are determined to survive, we will not give them that privilege. 30th of May is to remember those killed by Fulani headsmen. Remember those generation of 1967 and 1970. We will remember those hunted down during Nigerian invading army invading our land. We will remember those who died in 1945. We will remember the riot. We will remember every stage that our people have been killed. So what am I saying in effect? 30th of May is the day we will remember them. I'll be back in a minute.
We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this nether of our heroes, we not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he get charge you to say. inside the wilderness. Never sell your soul to the wicked world. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this, nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet now we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness. Never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness. Never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this, nether of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. But yet may we remember the price of a great hero. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here.
At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. For the last time, our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. I repeat again, our direct line is 081-221-52971. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Ask yourself a simple question. What is their crime? Tonight, I need you to have just two things at the back of your mind. Or maybe you know. What is the crime of Biafrans that have been hunted down? What is their crime? I understand they did not commit any crime. But I also understand that because they want me to remain alive, they want you to be alive, they lay down their life. And we must remember them on the 30th of May by sitting at home. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chibuza, coming from Aba. I said my name is Chibuza, coming from Aba. Yeah. I beg you to let me speak my daughter. Okay. Nekele Mazi Isemofo, and the Mazi Mansamu, and the Mazi Oniba. Now Roman and Alai over there to Nigeria. Over there is Biafra, Yawun de Nigeria, Nauru Biafra. Where one and when Biafra, Nigeria. Nigeria will be there out about never to Biafra will be the secret, Jayama. The Salomon is a known Narai. I have one in a Malay. No collection, not in it. No collection, not in it. No collection, not in it.
Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
Mazoni, I want to thank you in the work you're working for us. I want to thank also our spring leader, Lord Mazin Nandekalu. And I want to thank our deputy, one-man battalion, HMF4. I say, may Chukwu Kabiyama bless all of them in Chukwu Kabiyama's name, I pray. My brother, you know why they want to kill all of us, and take our resources? Because they love our resources. They do not love us. That's why they want to kill all of us. They're trying the National High School. Even since 1945, they're trying to eliminate Biafran. But they forget that we are the root of Chukwu Kabiyama. Nobody on earth can eliminate us. Thank you for what you're working for us. Chukwu Kabiyama must surely see us through. We must live and eat the work of our labor. When I hear we never come and take over. Allah can never come and take over. Then let them take all the money from oil, give them 100 billion, 200 billion, 1 trillion billion. We not make them to Islamize us. We are here for them. And our land, we must possess it. Thank you, my brother. May Chukwu Kabiyama bless you.
And bless you too.
And bless all IPOP members all over the world. I do not forget Nyanya, Obido Dielu, and all the rest of them. Even all our coordinators here in Biafra land, in those in as far as any of them who is working with the fear of God, the Chukwu Kabiyama guide and protect. And my prayer every day, anything any good member of IPOP is doing which is not evil, God must surely bless us and multiply us and give us the power and the grace to possess our possession in the land of the living. We should go to church.
You see. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm very good now. It's my Ghana. Ana m ekele nna m ukwu Nnamdi Kanu, deputy ya, ka mbọ niile a na-agba onye ma ihe niile a na-eme nwere isi. Ya ekwukwa n'okwu na-agwa ndị niile nọ gburugburu aka ka ha cheta maka ụbọchị ahụ Patriotment. Ka onye ọbụla gbaa mbọ ịhụ na onwe ahịa a ga-azụdate. Ka anyị nwere nọrọ n'ụlọ hụ na a kwanyere ndị niile tara ahụ niile anwụọ ndị anyị ugwu. Nke na-akacha ewute m bụ na m cheta ọkara nne nna m onye so gaa agha na-alụta. Ndị a niile mmadụ ga-echeka ụlọ ụbọchị ahụ ya ebudo ahịa sị na ya na-aga ịzụ ahịa. Nke a gosiri na onye ahụ amaghị ihe ọ na-eme. So onye ọbụla nọ gburugburu Aba, ndị arịarịa, ndị ụfọdụ, ndị ahịa ọhụrụ ma ndị semetrị ka ahụ ga-adị n'ụbọchị ahụ onye ọbụla nọ. Ndị a niile nwụrụ n'ụbọchị ahụ ugwu. Ka anyị ga-eme ya ka Biafra, ka anyị dị ndụ wee nọrọ hụ Biafra n'aha Chukwu Okike Abịama.
You say, thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay. My name remains Welcome One Nanimo in a Dumaganigu. Because Mazonibe. Owo beri he ka ndamela anyị ihe niile wee jide isi ụmụnne anyị niile wee wụsasị anya. Hey Ogbuefi na ihe juru nkata bọọlụ gharị Yabi ihe juru nkata bụ ọnụ ghara ọnụ amaghị ebe onye esi wee riwe ụmụnne anyị wee na-akụghịrịsi agba onwezi nke mara onwe ya Ogbuefi Onyibe ụmụnne anyị wee na-akụghịrịsi agba onwezi nke mara onwe ya onwezi nke ma na anyị tọrọ atọ n'ọnwụ ka onye isi anyị Ọhamadike binitere megide ka anyị ji wee nwee okwu ọnụ wee nweta okwu ọnụ ụfọdụ amara ife a Ogbuefi Onyibe ụmụnne anyị mmiri nọ n'ọfịa na-ezo na-amafa mana fa amarọ mmiri nọ n'ime ọfịa na-ezo na-ama ụmụnne anyị mana fa amarọ. And our parable says that he who don't know where it started beating him can never know where it stopped. Ogbuefi Onyibe. Our people is in great in big danger. Some of them are talking blah blah blah, thinking that we are joking, Mazi Onyibe, that we don't know what we are doing, that we don't know what we are saying. That's why some of them stand one side. Mazi Onyibe, we must continue